folks. I'm getting ready to drill this out. Probably should let you know the threads on that bolt that I have are just a little cutting oil. Kind of helps make it a little bit easier on the bit. But they're 8mm by 1.25 millimeters. So I've got the tap here. I'm going to drill the threads out here first. This is the point of no return, by the way. Once you do this, you're screwed unless you use those. So. That plug goes back there quite a ways. There's no getting that baby out. Probably goes back at least, it's like close to an inch. It's going to be a real tight tap, but it's the way we like it. So I'm going to take this tap and we're going to throw on a little cutting oil. Doesn't take a lot, just a little dab will do you. And we're going to start trying to see if we can make ourselves some threads here. You guys have done this before, you'll know this is not a big deal. Just take your time. Try to get her to go straight best you can. Start going back and forth a little bit as you start cutting the threads. Look at your alignment. Get her started, kind of go back and forth a little bit, make sure they stay clean. That plug feels real tight in there. I kind of think if one tried to get that out, they'll probably destroy their bars. Ah, it's loose. Okay. I was thinking, how did that thing start protruding out there farther than it was? Actually, it was a little bit loose, the switch housing, the throttle there. There you go, it's feeling pretty good. Sometimes you back her out, clean the threads a little, drive her back in again. There we go. I think we got her pretty well through there now. Nice and clean, and we back her out. You guys can't see that, but it looks really good. Nice and clean. I like to spray a little carb cleaner in there. Kind of clean it out just a little bit. A little bit of cutting oil really helps. And you can spend as much time chamfering the lip, doing all that funky stuff, make it nice. This is going to be hidden. So I'm not going to spend a great deal of time on it. I got a little burring tool here. Take it, kind of clean the edges up a little. And of course, I want to make sure we got the right threads here. Oh yeah, nice. So now let's kind of trial fit this baby up. That was a 5mm Allen wrench. You know, that's the one thing about these European bikes. You got to kind of get used to thinking in millimeters instead of standards. You know, I build custom bikes, and of course try to make it as close to standard stuff as I can. I've got a lot of taps and things for standard equipment. But here we go. I kind of think that looks okay there. Trial bit. Now one could Loctite that, but I'm going to choose not to do that right now because I need to go ride it. You see how it feels, how much interference I have, that kind of thing. Be able to hit the brake. I'll adjust all that here in just a second. There we go. I mean, that baby's on. Move the switch housing back out a little bit. You don't want your throttle to get hung up or anything. Oh man, we have a term at my house. It's called derricking it. Derrick. It's my little brother. Freaking kid, man. Every time we worked on anything, he'd tighten it up like you never ever wanted to get it off again. Freaking breaking bolts left and right. We were always working on trying to extract a bolt out of something so we could tighten it down right. So we just affectionately started calling it derricking it. When we're starting to tighten something down, we tell people, don't derrick it, man. You're gonna break that freaking thing off, and you're gonna spend the next 5 days trying to get it back out. Terrible. Some of those bolts have been sitting out for a while, I think. But we're getting there. Got a bunch of little washers go along here, and two little small bolts, I think it's. Oh, 3 actually. It's got 3 to hold it on. So let's try that out. I get 3 washers. 3 bolts. You know what I just noticed in here? You know, I came by my name righteously here. You see, I'm known as Mr. Duff Actor for a reason. This is classic crap that I do. So I found this little Teflon thing in here. I think it's for inside up against the handlebar. But since I didn't use the original deal, I don't think that's going to work. So I'm going to check it out later. I'm not going to bother everybody's time with that, but let's slap this baby on, see how it looks. That's just installing some trackside, fairly inexpensive hand protectors. These things were on sale over at Cycle Gear this week. We went in there. Those guys are great down there, by the way. We went in there. I was going to buy them. They were listed for $100 or something like that, 90 bucks. And I went down and the guy says, you know, if you wait for a little bit, those will probably go on sale. And I'm like, how long's a little bit? And he says, well, like next month. It's like, we're at the end of August right now. And so we waited. Sure enough, the babies went on sale. We got the catalog 2 days ago. I went down today and picked them up. And wouldn't you know it? There we go, guys, gals. Do the same thing the other side. We'll be ready to roll. I still have plenty of turning radius. That'll protect those hand grips so I don't beat the crap out of them if it tips over. Alright folks, this is Mr. Duff Actor here. Looks like we got that part done. I'm going to rip the other side off and do it. But overall, it's going to work out just fine. Okay, here's Mr. Duff Actor. I'm all done putting the new handguards on. Kind of come up here, let you take a look at it. We've got a little sun in the background, a little hard to see. But here they are. Nice contour here. Trackside. See if I can kind of look at this and show you that there's plenty of room to operate the clutch. Really easy, got just enough clearance there so it doesn't rub, making my width as narrow as I can so that I can get in between the trees and stuff. And here is the brake side. You see just a very little bit of space there, but everything's all hooked up. We ended up, this is what the end looks like. We tapped those weighted plugs in the end. It was a 8mm by 1.25mm tap. Those babies crank down in tight, good and tight. And on the inside you can see the connection right here onto the lower part of the bar. Has a shaft that comes up here. All the wires went over the top of it on both sides on mine. But we're good to go. So we're going to go test it out. That's one of the early mods to this bike. Very inexpensive. Ended up being about 49 bucks for those. And got some other parts on the way. So when they get here, I'll kind of step you through that. Pimpin' the Pegaso.